Hello there, viewers. Warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining the live chat. Can you hear me? Thank you for responding with yes. Let me welcome the participants. Then, three main topics in today's live chat. Hopefully, your questions and comments will be about the three topics. Simon Tisfai, first viewer who commented today. How are you, Simon? Simon is a regular participant in live chats now. Elim Gizao here too. Elim is a member too. Special welcome to you, Elim. Horner K says, Shalom Sajid. How are you, Horner K? Lilo here too. Mihari joined to welcome Mihari. We have Shafo too. Shafo is a member to welcome Shafo. He says, hi everybody. Wishing everyone a happy weekend. Be Real says, hello, Mr. Sajid. How are you, sir? I'm fine, brother. How are you? Abi Raba says, hello, Sajid. How are you doing? But I'm fine, Abi. How are you? Alam says, 14 years for Khan, 7 for wife. Oh, Pakistani judiciary is just a mockery of what independent judiciary should be like. Judiciary under the thumb of the military establishment. I told you, fake election was held in Pakistan. Uh, Establishment makes decisions. Anyone can be put in prison. Politicians cannot freely rule. And politicians are to blame as well, by the way. Politicians, they could not build democratic political parties. They're also dictators in their parties. So all are to blame, but mainly blame lies on the shoulders of the military establishment. Uh, General Truth says, hello, Sajid. How are you doing? I'm fine, General Truth. Lydia Eregai joined to welcome Lydia. Ali here to Musa Khalil. Average Dom says, hello, Sajid. Lately, you're going above and beyond. Love your news analysis. Thank you, Average Dom. Yemane Bisrat says, hello, Sajid. Damascus Dinka joined to welcome Damascus. John Wacker, Ambassador Mulugata Ziudi. Are you an ambassador? Did you work in this position? Yemane Siom joined to welcome Yemane. Is saying happy Ethiopian Epiphany. Janal Truth says Akam Sajid. What is the meaning of Akam? Simon Tisfai says Sajid is Trump trying to flush out who is a legitimate alternative to Assas by inviting opposition groups to his inauguration. Is this an extension of his immigration policy? Well, these opposition groups have been in touch with the US State Department for years. It's not new. They're backed, they're funded by the US State Department. Shafo says inauguration ceremony of the incoming president of the US is soon. Is the kid from Bishasha going to attend that? I am not sure, but uh, difficult to say. Abi is not known for attending such gatherings, I believe. He did not attend UN General Assembly sessions too in the past, if you remember. Akkam means how are you doing in a Oromo. Wow. Such a concise word, one word. Helpful meter says, Sajid, can you separate the news session from the live chat? Keep the live chat session for Q&A only. Well, helpful meter, we need to have topics. I mean, questions can be about any topic. So that is why I choose two or three topics, and I open the topics for questions in live chats. Ambassador Mulugata says he served for 3 years, not serving now. Elim says, what is the difference between the extrajudicial killings of Fano and the PP? Well, there is world of difference. Let's not equate what Fano is doing with what military is doing. Security forces are paid by the people of a country. Security forces are held accountable. They should be held accountable. They serve people. And if you start backing extrajudicial killings by security forces, then anyone can be killed. Security forces are under the control of the people who pay their salaries. That is why extrajudicial killings of security forces should not be justified. Because if it's justified, these security forces will be used by their masters against anyone who criticizes the government, who's against the government. Fano is not government. Fano is not military. Fano is not police. I'm not backing what Fano has been doing. I don't say that, I wouldn't say that Fano should kill zonal, what are the level officials. I never said that. Jafar Jamal joined to welcome Jafar. My life is asking question about Abi leaking information to Amhara elites and businessmen about Volkai. Well, rumors going around since Abi visited Gondar. Problem is that uh, anything can be said by some activists, by some YouTubers. They're claiming that Abi just told people to switch off mobiles and cameras, and then he talked about Gondar and Volkai. Where is the evidence? I mean, you can make up a story. So Rasa Hundasa joined to Hundera, sorry. Ahmed Jama joined. Welcome, Ahmed. Ahmed is a member too. Let me just give you a brief peek at today's three main topics. TPLF is now rebelling, once again rebelling. Head-on collision now very evident between TPLF and federal government. Just 2 hours ago, TPLF Debrecen wing issued a statement. Secondly, OLA is showing its control of main roads in the Oromia region. It blocked Ethiopia-Djibouti road yesterday, and today it shared pictures from a road, main road in southern Oromia. Did a video lastly about Fano, what is Fano's major achievement in the last 18 months. We'll have uh, 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 I'll try to explain more about what I meant, and you're also would have to see your comments and questions too on what I said in a video earlier today. So Rasa says Ola did special operation in West Valaga. Well, Sarasa, if you have any information which you want to share with me, you can reach me through Gmail, SAGID67200. I respond to each and every mail. Let's start with 11 minutes have passed. Let me speak a little about what TPLF is saying. Then the two topics, remaining topics. TPLF Tigray People Liberation Front, the Bratzian group held Central Committee meeting for 3 days. Central Committee is the senior most, topmost body of the party because executive committee members are also part of Central Committee members. Discussions were held, decisions have been made. One of the decisions is definitely going to pit TPLF against the federal government of Ethiopia. Uh, National Election Board of Ethiopia a few days ago gave an ultimatum to TPLF to hold a party congress till the 10th of February. If you remember, I did a video on that, I remember. Uh, PLF was registered as a new political party by NEBE election board a few months ago. TPLF refused to accept new registration. It demanded restoration of its earlier status. In 2021, you know, the TPLF was declared a terrorist party. Then in 2023, the terrorist label was removed, but TPLF was not restored as a party. And then last year, TPLF was registered as a new political party. This new registration was rejected by the Bratzian wing people. NEBE, if you remember, opposed TPLF's Congress, which was held a few months ago, in which Debretsion was elected the party chairman. Getachew and his loyalists were expelled from the party. Then, around 2 weeks ago, I think NEBE issued a statement asking TPLF to hold a party congress till the 10th of February. And NEBE had warned 2 weeks ago that if TPLF fails to hold a party congress by the 10th of February, action will be taken in accordance with the law. In today's statement, TPLF clearly rejected NEBE's deadlines. No party congress will be held till the 10th of February. What will happen after that? Will NEBE cancel TPLF's registration as a party? If it happens, TPLF, the Bratzian, won't be able to contest any election in Ethiopia. Regional election, federal election, and then who will contest the election in Tigray? So, uncertainty, political uncertainty is continuing in Tigray while there is ongoing clash between two TPLF wings. There is a parallel dispute between TPLF and NEBE ongoing too. General Tooth says, can Abiy withstand if TDF starts a second war against the PP now? Well, it's TPLF versus federal government. We cannot say that entire TDF is on board with TPLF. It has not turned into TDF versus ENDF. And by the way, TPLF opposed DDR2 in today's statement. DDR is being backed by the Tigray military. Demobilization, disarmament, reintegration of Tigray fighters is being conducted by TDF, where they led security forces. But TPLF opposed DDR. It said that until the security of Tigray people is ensured, DDR should not be conducted. So, how can we say that Tigray security forces are supporting TPLF? They're not on one page. There are some commanders supporting TPLF, you can say. Yemasgan joined too. Welcome, Yemasgan. Yemasgan says, Sajid, get ready for lots of videos from Amhara region in a few weeks. How do you feel about Gondar losing 400 plus facilities history? Look, well, this controversy about the renovation of Facilities Palace is also ongoing, by the way. I will do a video on that. But when renovation was ongoing, no one spoke. Did you hear anyone launch a campaign against the renovation? Now, when it has been uh, now, when we're seeing new shape of the palace, suddenly a campaign has been launched, as if the government is trying to erase the significance of the palace. I think there are conflicting positions on this issue of the people. The government definitely spent on it. Renovation cost the government. Shafo says the Derg regime, who ruled Ethiopia for 17 years, was known for its brutal extrajudicial killings and was thrown out by the people. This flock of PP would have learned from that. Well, extrajudicial killings are alarming, and I've been condemning these killings for 4 years. I have covered rather extrajudicial killings which happened in Tigray, in Benishangal Gumuz, in Oromia, in Somali region too, I think, uh, in Amhara as well. I have done scores of videos, and I think I covered all the major incidents involving security forces killing people publicly. And I've been saying that this is a strategy, a tactic used by Ethiopian security forces. Ethiopian government backs these security forces, these tactics by the security forces. No one, I think, spoke on this issue in a forceful manner, I believe. Jawar took 2 years to speak out. Uh, Tigray side as well, Amhara too. I think when people were being killed extrajudicially in Tigray, did you see condemnation of it by Oromo and Amhara activist journalists? No. Now, when people in Oromia are being extrajudicially killed, you won't see condemnation from some groups in Amhara. Problem is that what is happening in one region is not condemned by residents of other regions. In the end, all suffer. Extrajudicial killings in Tigray should have been condemned, I think. Security forces should have been held accountable. No one back then held anyone accountable. And then you saw that gradually everywhere, in Gambela too, where I remember people were killed in broad daylight. BG, Amhara, Oromi, everywhere it is happening now. And the most tragic part of today's video, which I showed a few hours ago, is that the youth was killed in Oromia in front of his father and mother. That was heartbreaking. Really, that heartbreaking. I mean, security forces have turned into brutes, I would say. They have no respect for human life. I mean, had the man committed some crime, he should have been uh, dealt with in a befitting manner, but you never torture someone, you never kill someone in front of the family? What type of message are you sending? Believe me, people don't get terrorized by such acts. Rather, I think anger builds up inside, and it then explodes. People then join armed groups. People start supporting armed groups secretly. Such brutal punishments are not solution, I believe. I think as Ethiopians, people should condemn wherever people are killed extrajudicially, whether it's in Gambela, whether it's in Amhara, Oromia, and Tigray, keeping the ethnicity of the victims aside. Problem is that when Amharas are killed, Amharas condemn it. When Oromos are killed, Oromos condemn it. All should condemn the government. Otherwise, people will remain divided and they'll continue being the victims of this brutal state policy. Lilo says, do you have something about next 3-day Timkit celebration in all Ethiopia? Well, I am all prayers for people, for their safety, for their security. People have every right to celebrate their religious days. Uh, and hopefully everything will end peacefully. Amano says, hello Sajid, I made it today and joined your live chat. Thank you, Amano. Second was the Oromo Liberation Army today shared pictures from a main road in southern part of Oromia, RC. Yesterday, OLA issued a statement saying that it had blocked Ethiopia-Djibouti road. Yamasgan, you have been in touch with me. My Gmail is sajid67200@the rate of gmail.com. Are you asking me? Chafo says, your analysis of Fano is a power to reckon with, astounding. I'll speak on it a little later, Shafo. Uh, so Ola is showing now its control of main roads, or it is trying to disrupt the movement of vehicles along main roads. It blocked Ethiopia Djibouti road yesterday, and today it shared pictures showing its fighters blocking a road linking East RC with West RC. The road, I think, passes through Habin RC Wareda. So Ola seems to be changing gears now, I think. It remained dormant for a year. It tried to silently build up, but strategy backfired because government managed to break into the Oromo Liberation Army and Ola split. Marcus joined too. Welcome, Marcus. Marcus has been watching me for years, I think, because I know that this name has been in comment section for years. So Ola is changing gears, I think. It will have to change gears. Yemeskin says, I deleted my old email. I have new identity, new name. So Mooney, don't snitch on me. Well, Yemeskin, by the way, after you left the channel, Muni Muni contacted me through Gmail and he asked me to contact you. He said, Sajid, bring your mass gun back. Yes, I pull his leg sometimes, I make jokes, but uh, we people with strong views should interact with each other. So you should try to bring him back. This is what he said. I tried to contact you. Janal Truth says your analysis of OLA strategy contains some incorrect information. I will address it with you. Well, you can contact me through Gmail, sajrd672000. But what I shared with people was based on discussions with people in touch with me for years, and they're not happy with me. They say you damaged Promo Liberation Army. You disclosed all our strategy to the world, to international communities. I said that I did not know that it was off the record. You should have told me that it's off the record. Uh, I shared the information after Sani Nagasa's surrender, Shrabbe's surrender. Irmias Abdisa joined. Welcome, Irmias. Miraj joined. Welcome, Miraj. Now, lastly, viewers, Fano. I did 1 point video today. Peace and Love joined to welcome Peace and Love. Yini Musica joined to both are members. Good to see members today in live chat. Welcome Yini Musica and Peace and Love. If you want to be a member, click the link given in description section of the live chat. Chestnut Spark says, Hi Sajid, do you think Turkey's military protecting both seaport and route to Ethiopia-Somalia border would be an acceptable agreement in upcoming Somalia-Ethiopia talks? Well, interesting analysis. Uh, who will pay for the deployment of Turkish military? Someone will have to pay. Turkey won't deploy its military for free. And why should Turkey be made in charge of a long route between Ethiopia and Somalia and a port in Somalia? Can't Ethiopia and Somalia reach some sort of agreement? James Bond says, I really like your analysis. The reason is that you present it without bias. Thank you, James Bond. Mirage, you're not a member. No problem. Good to see you. Now, I did a video on Fano, 1 point video. Uh, I think those who follow Ethiopian politics very closely, they uh, would find my analysis interesting. I didn't talk about weapons. I didn't talk about Fano's gains in terms of territorial gains, in terms of their ability to hit main cities, assassinations. No. 1 point video. I would request you to watch it if you haven't watched it. I think what I said underlies Fano's struggle. Main reason behind their struggle is the point I mentioned. Honor case says, who is spamming the emojis? I don't know. RWG says, how do you see Jawar's move strategically or tactical? Okay, I'll respond to it. So, Fano fighters are making Amhara people, Amhara region a party, a stakeholder rather, uh, they want Amhara participation in the decision making about the future of Ethiopia. Had Fano been dismantled, had Amhara special force been dismantled, maybe Amhara people would not have a strong voice at federal level, especially in case of a major shakeup on national level. Now they have a pressure group. Amhara region has a pressure group, just like Oromo has a pressure group, OLA, just like Tigray has a pressure group, TDF. They don't have a political pressure group, which I think they should have. Tigray has TPLF. Oromia has opposition parties like OFC, OLF. But Amhara region does not have genuine political pressure group or party, you can say. But it has managed to build an armed pressure group, which they believe is fundamental need for them in case of new decisions about the future of Ethiopia. This is what underlies their struggle against the federal government, against the military, I believe. We'll ask a question about Jawar, that is his strategic or tactical? Well, Jawar is so far working on a strategy, and the strategy is open to discussion. We cannot say that it's going to work or not, but so far he is a social media activist. So far, don't know about future. He is still a social media activist. When will he turn into a genuine opposition politician who is willing to lead his people, who is willing to risk his life, who is willing to spend his life in prison? When will he be ready for that? Will he ever be ready for that? He's trying to prepare the ground for his return to Ethiopia. Don't know, will he be able to prepare the ground or not? One man is coming without preparing any ground, that is Liddeto Ayalu. People doubt his intentions. They say the man is a hypocrite and he works in secret alliance with governments. But the way Liddeto left Ethiopia, you know how difficult for him to leave was it for him to leave Ethiopia. I think twice or thrice he was stopped from flying for a foreign country. He went to a court to ultimately he managed to flee. Liddeto managed to flee because he was not on good terms with Ethiopian government. He does not have a strong support base. Jawar has a very strong support base, I think, but he's trying to activate his support base before returning. So Liddeto alone perhaps won't be able to bring about any major change, but Jawar can create a political upheaval in Ethiopia, I believe, especially if he works in alliance with other politicians and parties of Ethiopia. I think he'll try to build an alliance abroad. He'll try to organize people and then he'll return. I'm not saying that what happened to the Palace in Gondar is justified, but where were the people when this renovation was ongoing? No one said a word. Suddenly, after PM Abid's visit of Gondar, now this issue is turning into a controversy. What is the reason behind it? Any news about Skandar Naga? Incognito is asking. No, mysteriously, Skandar is silent. I didn't see any video, any pictures of Skandar, recent new. He is silent. Skandar has lost the plot, by the way. He wanted to lead Fano, but I think it's becoming difficult for him to survive as a Fano commander. Everywhere he's rejected now. In Gujam, fully rejected. In Wollo, fully rejected. In Gondar, largely rejected. He has only presence in Showa now. So his case for leading Fano has badly failed, I think. Yemaskan says that the Gondar Palace was closed and heavily guarded until Abi arrived, and people of Gondar will tell you that they were not allowed to know what was happening there. Interesting. What should happen now? I mean, so are people demanding restoration of its original architectural status? Is it possible? And apart from social media, are you seeing any movement in Ethiopia to Amhara PP or others? Have you seen any condemnation of what government did in Gondar? Prosperity Party members, opposition parties. Have you heard from anyone? I saw Abi's visit of Gondar from a different angle, and I said that in the video which I did the day Abi visited Gondar. People should not be involved in discussions about how palace should have been renovated. Question which should be asked is, does Ethiopian PM care about the people of Amhara or not? Will the people of Amhara be happy that palace is being renovated, that a corridor is being built? Shouldn't they ask simple questions that while the Prime Minister of Ethiopia visited Amhara region, millions of students were not able to attend schools for almost a year. Uh, Hundreds of schools have been closed in the region. Universities remain closed as well. Businessmen suffering too. Patients cannot reach hospitals. There is a famine-like situation in Bogna. Wareda people died of hunger. These questions should be asked, but people just involve themselves in discussions about the renovation of facilities. I think government's responsibility is to ensure peace and stability. Why are the people of the region suffering? Shouldn't they tell the government to talk to Fano fighters and to tell Fano fighters as well to talk to the government? Abdi Razak says $1 is 162. In black market, it was 150 2 days ago. I did a video on that. Yeah, it was around 150 Yamaskan yesterday. Maybe it rose a little today. I did not check the latest price of dollar in Ethiopian black market today. Shafo says, how do you see PP calling Eritrea a historical enemy? It was yesterday that they praised Eritrea from saving them. I haven't seen any statement from PP clearly calling Eritrea a historical enemy. I would love to see it if you could share that with me. With 42 minutes have passed, I think we should end the live chat. I'll be back tomorrow. Uh, which channel, Shafo? Which channel? I am not aware of any statement by a channel calling Eritrea a historical enemy. Jim Asgan is disclosing how much he sent to Fano yesterday. Mitiko says, who do you think are allowed to participate in discussion with the government? Are you talking about national dialogue? Helpful Meter says, Sajid, you sometimes lack the understanding of the sentiment here. The relationship between the government and the locals has fully broken down. Well, what is the solution then? People should criticize the government in a constructive manner. Their criticism should be more focused on issues. This is the best way to criticize, to expose the government, I think. People should not be involved in petty discussions about insignificant issues. The recently interviewed General Advisor to Jula. Well, I did not see the General mention Eritrea. I think he talked about coup and he warned. My analysis was that he warned political parties and groups uh, against removing Abiy through a movement, through street movement, I believe. Asandro says, is it true ENDF is leaving Amhara region? No, it's not true. If you remember last year, some Ethiopian YouTubers claimed that ENDF was withdrawing, and one YouTuber, I don't want to name him, has tens of thousands of followers. And I did a video on that. I said that day that the day ENDF withdraws from the Amhara region, Fano will control it. People say, Sajid, that's overestimation of Fano's capabilities. I still stand by this statement. Only factor keeping Fano away from Bahirdar is the Ethiopian National Defense Force. If ENDF fully withdraws today, tomorrow you will see Fano in Bahirdar. Amhara regional security structure collapsed when uh, Amhara special forces joined the Fano fighters. Now, militias are being trained, prison police is being trained, but region does not have a very strong regional security structure. ENDF will never withdraw from the Amhara region, I believe. Alim, maybe I missed that part of the interview. Let me recheck it. Let's end the live chat, viewers. 46 minutes have passed. I think we'll resume. We should resume the live chat tomorrow. It was good to be with you. Any questions, any comments you would like to share, you can send through email as well to me. SAJID672000. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye bye.